For sure. I mean, I doubled down on myself. I've said that before, and I'll keep saying it because it's true. I stepped aside, let Chandler fight Oliveira for the belt. I went and beat Conor again, and now I'm back at the title shot, which I knew would happen if I would have won that fight. I just believed in myself and doubled down.
Now, I want to focus on that, but just to sort of put that aside real quick, McGregor says there's unfinished business, but obviously a trilogy, you won 2. Do you feel like that's done with and that's in your past now?
As far as right now, for sure, it's in the past. I'm not even thinking about that. But he says a lot of shit, you know. Keep talking.
So this fight with Charles Oliveira, a lot of people kind of underestimated him. You know, maybe they didn't think he was going to be champion. You recently took out a tweet that kind of blew up, and you said, "I'm not underestimating him." Do you feel like people are sort of sleeping on him, and do you feel like that's something that you got to consciously, you know, make sure you don't fall into?
Yeah, man. I don't like that, and I don't want to get caught up in that mindset. Like, a fight is a fight, and this guy's very dangerous. He has so many finishes in the UFC, so much experience, and I'm not, you know, putting that aside. Like, this is a huge fight for him, for his legacy, for me, for my legacy, and all the experience throughout our whole career has built up to this fight, you know, and the guy's very dangerous and very capable, and yeah, that's all I got to say, man. I respect his journey to get where he's at, to be the undisputed champ, because I have a similar one.
Right, yeah, that's something that I was going to ask, because like, he's had some downfalls, but he's always been sort of a promising guy. So like, do you feel like in that way you relate, like, hey, look, respect, you got to the top, but you didn't give up when things got tough?
For sure. We know we both had our hurdles that we had to get over, and both had to pick ourselves off the canvas multiple times. But we've both shown, I feel like, flashes of being a great fighter, flashes of brilliance in other fights. You know, he's shown exceptional capabilities that he has in spurts in different fights, and I feel like I've done the same, and maybe he's putting it all together now on this streak he's on, the world champion. I'm obviously, personally, I feel great, incredible mentally and physically, so I think I'm putting it together. You know, you might have 2 guys with a lot of experience at the top of their games really fighting for the lightweight belt here. This is a big fight.
And another question that I wanted to throw your way was the challenge. I don't know if, I think as a fan maybe we look into this more than the fighters, but like when you see Charles Oliveira, what he proposes as far as like his striking, you know, the jiu-jitsu offense, do you like that challenge, or do you feel like maybe you've had other opponents that you've been more excited for to share the ring with in the past, or the cage?
No, when I watch fights at night and I watch Charles' history, he is great at jiu-jitsu. He has a lot of submissions, but the guy's a scrapper, and the guy will fight anywhere the fight goes, and that's the kind of fights I want to be involved in. You know, the guy's really, you know, a lot of scrambles, a lot of striking exchanges, up and down. You know, he gets into crazy, exciting fights, and that's what I'm going to be part of. Those are the kind of fights I feel like I excel at.
Chi non si iscrive al canale,
send me a message like location, I'm gonna come, whatever you want, doesn't matter, Ireland, New York, Brooklyn or Moscow, doesn't matter, tell me.